The Wallace and Ladmo Show turned 70 years old this year. The children's program aired on KPHO in Phoenix from 1954 to 1989 and influenced, in a variety of ways, generations of Arizona kids. An exhibit at the Sunny Slope Historical Society celebrates the show's 70th birthday. Julie Taggart is the president of the Sunny Slope Historical Society, and she joins us now. Good to have you here. Welcome to Arizona Horizon. My goodness gracious. For those who are new in town or maybe even not so new in town anymore, what was the Wallace and Ladmo Show?
To put it in words, it's hard because you know the Wallace and Ladmo Show. It was really Arizona's childhood. I would say it was the childhood for so many people who lived in Arizona. They got to watch these different characters. And it wasn't just for kids, the adults loved it too. And it is going to still be the longest running kids show ever.
Yes.
It went on for 35 years.
How do you present something like that in an exhibit?
It's hard. It's hard, like you said. There is so much Wallace and Ladmo memorabilia. I ran out of room in the museum to put everything up because so many people have kept so many items, and you want to do it justice.
Where did you get some of these items?
These items, it was very interesting. I met a man at a flea market, and he had a lot of these different items. So the Crandall family loaned some of the pieces of Legend City. Those are the Franklin photos, and they were shown in 2012 on your show. And then Andy Torres, one of the collectors, had a lot of these items. He was selling them at a flea market, and I asked if I could get them on loan for the exhibit.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, was it difficult to get some of this stuff?
No, almost everybody was like, yes, take my entire collection. And I'm like, I don't know if we have room for everything, but like that little set was from Wallace's Sons, which you can see here, and all the different Ladmo bags.
A Ladmo bag. Every kid in Arizona wanted one. What was a Ladmo bag?
A Ladmo bag, oh gosh, it's what haunts kids and people still today. No, it was just, they had the toy cottage, but then kids would have to pick a toy from the toy cottage. It took too much time with live TV. So they switched over to a Ladmo bag, which Pat thought of just a bag with sponsor items and toys that they would just give out to kids and the audience. So Wallace would, do the bucket or whatever you want to call it, pull out a postcard, call a seat or call a child's name, and they got a Ladmo bag.
And yeah, Ladmo goes, runs around, and there's the kid, there's the bag, and there's happiness thereafter, and a lot of disappointment from all the other kids.
Oh yes, I have people that still come into the museum and say, I never won a Ladmo bag, could you get me a Ladmo bag? I haven't even won a Ladmo bag.
Yeah, as far as the exhibit is concerned, I know you have some speakers. Pat McMahon, I'm sure, has made some appearances, has he not?
Yes, he has. So we have had Dan Horn, the ventriloquist, Craig Dingle, who's a writer and did some characters on the show, Richard Rules, who wrote a couple of the books, and then we're going to have Steve Hoza, who runs Wallace Watchers this Saturday. And then September 14th will be our grand opening of the exhibit, a pizza party showing the black and white old Wallace and Ladmo movies.
Yeah, very good. Why do you think, I mean, I got to say, one of my first jobs in television was at Channel 5, and I ran camera for the Wallace and Ladmo
My
show.
dad told me.
Okay, so there you go. I know what the show is about. I had as much fun, maybe more so than some of the kids. Some of that humor was pretty snarky and pretty strong, but it was great stuff. But why do you think this show was so successful for so long?
I think it's hard to explain unless you watch it, unless you grew up with it. But I didn't grow up with it, but even watching it, I can tell what was special about it because they cared about the kids. They cared about their audience. They grew with the audience. Wallace and Pat and Ladmo, they all really did care for the children of Arizona, and they gave back so much. And I think you could really tell that they all loved each other, even playing those characters on the show.
And the response you've had so far from the exhibit?
It's been great. We've had people coming in, different groups that love it. I would say we probably had 125 people so far since we opened it in April.
My goodness.
Yeah.
And then you got the big deal coming up here later too, huh?
Yes. Well, we want to celebrate it. I mean, Pat is one of the only members left alive, as you know. But we want to celebrate what they created and the legacy that they left behind.
Well, Julie, congratulations on this, and best of luck on it. I'm sure Wallboy and Lad are looking down saying, okay, this is let's move this over here and that over here. And I'm sure Pat's got ideas too. Congratulations on this, and it's great to have you on the show.
Yes, thank you. This was a dream come true.
All right, well, good for you.